was a test of the NOAA radio station WNG588 public warning system. During potentially dangerous weather situations, specially built receivers can automatically be activated by these signals to warn of the impending hazard. Tests of the signals and the receiver's performance are normally conducted by the National Weather Service around noon each Wednesday, except for the first Wednesday of the month when it is conducted around 7 p.m. If there is a threat of severe weather, the test will be postponed to the next available good weather day. Reception of this broadcast, and especially the warning alarms, will vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from transmitter, can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in perfect working order. To provide the most consistent and dependable warning service possible, the warning alarm will be activated for hazardous watches and warnings for the following counties in the Blacksburg County warning area in North Carolina: Allegheny, Ashe, Watauga, and Wilkes. In Virginia, Grayson. In addition, we broadcast short-fused products for the following counties: in Virginia, Washington. In North Carolina, Alexander, Avery, Caldwell, Catawba, Davie, Iredell, Surrey, and Yadkin. And in Tennessee, Johnson. This has been a test of the NOAA radio warning device. We now return to normal programming. Here are some 6 p.m.
My arm. For all the weight I had to do.
Jefferson Airport. Skies were partly cloudy.
But yeah, in the evening, weekly tests for WNG588, for this being the first Wednesday of January 2026. And if you've known my channel for a while, didn't ask. Didn't ask for you yet. But anyway, if you've known my channel for a while, you would know that I would primarily use WNG588 with this radio here, my RadioShack 12-254, which if you've known me for a while should go as no introduction to you. Let's say that. But yeah, usually I use this radio for WNG588 for all the hundreds of videos I've uploaded of WNG588. Sometimes maybe my 12-259 here, but and also maybe my 12-257, which I also used for its first order when I first got this. But for the most part, it's just my 12-254 here. But yeah, for this to be my first weekly test for 2026. And also to make things different for how I do catches with WNG588, since again, I primarily just use that one radio for the most part. I took on a more different approach. So the RadioShack 12-262 here with that. This I primarily have with KHC27. This award works EAR10WH here. This I usually have to WXL70 along with the RadioShack 12-250 for WXL70 and the Midland 74-100 and the RadioShack 12-991 I usually have for KJYD5. But I chose to have these desktop radios here for WNG588 because of how decently they would receive the station, even though I have them set to another station. But as far as it receiving WNG588, they receive it relatively decently, though for these two I'd have to hold the dome of their antennas, but even then I would still get them well, and enough for them to get this. But yeah, for this to be my first weekly test for WNG588 in January of 2026, in the all-new 2026, I decided to take a more different approach with how to catch weekly tests for WNG588. 12-259.
To 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 miles.
This I have on WNG588, just like on these other radios, but for some reason didn't pick this test up.
5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. And now the forecast.
And it is receiving it decently, so I don't know why it would. And I do have weekly tests turned on and the same code's right, so I wouldn't know as to why this never went off for some reason. But as for all these other radios, they have. And that's something.